Hello everyone, Cultured Khun here. I've just come off a long day. Don't mind the dirt. I wanted to give a message today about Build One Zambia, BOZA for short. And it's an initiative, an action-based initiative I'm starting about positive sharing of media and any stories to do with Zambian wins. I felt that as Zambians, particularly as youths, we need to be more active in our involvement and engagement with our information, our education, and entertainment. I believe that these streams of influence, for the large part, have been outsourced to authority figures such as government, parents, teachers, whatever, this, that, and the third. And unfortunately, they aren't as tapped into this age of information as we are. And so it's with that being said that I want us to take a positive step forward in positively biasing media, if that's even a word, because I feel like most mainstream media nowadays is negatively biased, whether it's towards the political system, the social system, the commentary of religious systems, and all these other such schools of thought. And so, with that being said, that I would like your help in helping me pioneer a new age of positivity, a new age of positive recreation, information, education, and entertainment. I believe that as the African continent, as the sons and daughters of the soil, we are amongst the most talented, we are amongst the most informed, the most educated, and the most entertaining. And it's with that I'm calling on you guys to use your skills. I'd like us to start simply with a sharing circle. It could be a WhatsApp group, Twitter thread sharing, whatever. I don't actually know how to do works too well. Facebook group, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever. And the basic idea is you see a Zambian win and you share the story. So it's purely for Zambia, hence BOZA, BOZA. And that the idea is when you hear someone sharing a ridiculous story or a story out of the norm or a story extraordinary, we as Zambians coin it as lies, hence the term BOZA. And Build One Zambia, the idea is to build a database of information which we'll be collecting each via our phones, which are interface with the world, and it will then allow us to compile this information to then have networks of stories and a history of documenting positive information, which can then take away from the hegemony the mainstream media has. Aside from that, I'd like to also speak about Zambians getting in and creating stuff for their own. I think a lot of the time we like to wait until a certain point, whether it's no when I'm older, no when I get a degree, no focus on school, no this, no that. I think as Africans, but particularly as Zambians, as young Zambians, being 70% of the population, we have the power to change the narrative. And currently, the frame narrative, which permeates through our social circles, our political spheres, our, again, information, entertainment, and education, is that you have to be a certain age or of a certain level of influence or income to then start using your voice, as opposed to building your voice with small acts of merit or kindness or measure and showing the world what you're capable of. And it's why a lot of the time you find I'm starting a lot of these things, trying to get the movement going. So this is not to change the world, but to change the mindset, to attack the appalling, the atrocious, the disgusting, the abysmal mindset that you have to be a dinosaur to make an impact. I don't believe that. I don't buy it at all. All our historic greats who did great things were young people. Your Henry Fords, when he started, were young. Your Alexander the Greats were young. Yes, they had the tutelage and mentorship of greats like Aristotle, but the great minds, the great architects of their environments, which we are coddled in right now, were young people. And thus it's our turn to be bold, to take up space, to attack the world, to confront our problems, and to be the change we want to see. I think this overly reliance on systems or structures where we're not represented and then getting frustrated, hence terms disgruntled youths, is embarrassing, to be quite frank. And I know there's many able-bodied, intellectual, self-sustaining, spiritually rich young people eager to get out into the world. And it's with that message that I'd like you guys to join me in this journey, or maybe even start your own journey. And please feel free to comment in the section down below. Send a link, any referrals if you have people in mind who you think would be good for the initiative, or you have an initiative of your own you're trying to get going, I think it's important that we start, so that even if we fail forward, and from that lesson we move on. I think starting is the hardest part of the journey, and henceforth, here we go. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope those of you who are out working, like some of us in the fields, heaving sacks of milli meal or shoveling shit, that you had a great day, you had an impactful day, and I hope that the motivation in my voice motivates you to become a motivational means or measure of success. And ultimately, I just hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you like the concept of this whole new channel, this whole candor, this openness, and this creativity, and this free speech at its finest. So thanks again. Kultured Khun out.